And welcome to another edition of the Bison Information Network News. I'm Hannah Schlosser.
And I'm Heather Vikre.
The City of Fargo, North Dakota State University, Cass County Electric Cooperative, and Xcel Energy pulled together to improve Fargo's energy efficiency. Bison Information Network reporter Heather Vikre has more on that story.
The $5 million Georgetown University Energy Prize. In doing so, they have reduced Fargo's energy costs. And one of the leaders of that eFargo team is an assistant professor here at NDSU.
We looked at all the events that happen in our city right now, like the Red River Market, like the Streets Alive. And we just partnered with all the people who were already doing these events. And we said, can eFargo have a presence? And we will play a game. So my students designed and made these beautiful games that taught people very playfully about energy efficiency. And so we were giving information, but really creating a fun experience at the same time.
Trying to implement a lot of these games and strategies to other cities. So not just Fargo, kind of expanding.
We're a land-grant university. And we're there in service of our community. So we actually already implemented a lot of our things. But we learned what failed, what succeeded. And so this funding can help us carry that research forward.
The Fargo team hopes to use this money to help fund more energy-reducing projects in the future. Reporting for Bison Information Network News, I'm Heather Vikre.
Out of 10 other finalist cities, Fargo is #1 in reducing its energy use by 6.8%. The prize money will continue to finance the city's efforts in energy reduction, including workshops and education opportunities for the community.
Last Saturday, women around the nation took to the streets for the Women's March. Nearly 700 people attended here locally. Men and women alike marched and chanted for women's rights, pro-civic involvement, and anti-white supremacy. Marchers held signs and chanted through the streets, and marchers are hoping to reach out even further than last year's march.
Area is really important because it is a more liberal city in North Dakota, but considering that North Dakota is a traditionally Republican state, it's important to put women into positions of power so that they can speak for women and minorities.
This is an annual event, and plans are already being made for 2019.
And now we go to weather. Here's James Porter with your weekend update.
Thank you, Hannah. And believe it or not, we made it up to 32 degrees today. But the wind kept it from feeling that way. As you can see, we're still at 21 miles per hour with 85% humidity. Tonight we'll get down to 27 and precipitation will be around 10%. So there's a small chance that we might get snow, but probably not anywhere in the near future. Moving to our 7-day forecast, tomorrow we will see temperatures up to 37. That'll be probably your best day to get out. Though Saturday into Sunday will be windy. We'll get up to 20, 21, and 10 respectively. 15 degrees on Monday and 35 and 19 for Tuesday and Wednesday respectively. You might want to get out soon before we get our cool down coming into the next week. That has been your weather. Back to you, Hannah.
Thanks, James. Coming up, we have a winter carnival and an update on the government shutdown.
All that and more after the break.
Welcome back. The winters can be long and cold, but people in the metro are making the most of it. The FM Park District is hosting a 2-day event called Frostival. It starts tomorrow night at 6 on Broadway in downtown Fargo. On Saturday, activities will be happening all day across town. There will be an ice bowl disc golf, a snow sculpture contest, snow yoga or snowga, and live entertainment. The event ends with 2 music events, a symphony concert at NDSU's Festival Concert Hall, and the Downtown Sound playing later on Broadway. Most of the activities are free to the public. A full calendar can be found on Frostival.com.
5 students from a Richland County school in Colfax, North Dakota were suspended over safety concerns involving an issue students call the rape game. Officials say 7th and 8th graders were forced into a locker room with the lights off and were allegedly violated. School officials believe this has been an ongoing issue. The Richland County Sheriff's Department is investigating. A sudden volcanic eruption in Japan leaves 1 missing and 10 injured. Mount Kusatsu Shirain erupted near a popular ski resort around 10 a.m. Flying rocks and ash rained down from the mountain, injuring some, and the eruption also caused an avalanche in which 4 people were buried and 1 is still missing.
A 7.9 magnitude earthquake hit 170 miles off the coast of Alaska early Tuesday morning. This type of earthquake is called a slip strike that occurred on a fault deep undersea. The quake caused a tsunami warning to be issued to the Alaskan coast, urging residents to seek higher ground and in some areas to evacuate. The warnings were eventually lifted after 4 hours and no signs of big waves.
When we come back, sports reporter Eric Bunnell joins us.
What do you have for us today, Eric?
Well, today we have a new Bison women's head soccer coach, and both men's and women's team took on Fort Wayne over the weekend. That and more when we come back. The North Dakota State women's soccer team now has a new head coach. Michael Regan has been named the 5th women's soccer head coach in the program's history.
That it was clear that they want to be bigger and better than what they are now, but doing things the right way. And so, for a young professional, you want to be part of this. This is exciting to come into, the Bison Athletics right now, and potentially where it can go is really exciting.
He has been an assistant coach for the past 7 seasons at Drake and Indiana University. He got his first head coaching job at the age of 20 years old at North Iowa Area Community College. Regan said that he is looking forward to working with the girls next year. After dropping their last game to in-state rival, North Dakota State looked to get back on the winning track as they hit the road to take on Fort Wayne. They have dropped 4 straight on the road against the Macedons, with their last win coming on February 9th of 2013. After coming out strong in the first half, the Bison led by 11 at the break. However, down the stretch, Fort Wayne was able to hit some key free throws as they would go on to win 92-88, handing the Herd their second straight loss. Paul Miller and A.J. Jacobson led the way with 21 points. Miller also had 9 rebounds on the night. The Bison host Omaha this Thursday with tip-off scheduled for 7:05 p.m. To women's basketball, though, they see Maren Wellseth giving her girls the final tune-up. See Taylor Thunstead, she hits it from way downtown, trying to act like Steph Curry, captain of the All-Star game. We'll get to that later. Macy Colvang says, get that out of there. Sarah Jacobson, she looks like she's going to go coast to coast, but she pulls up for an easy jumper. The Bison were up 9 early on in the first half. Tyra Spencer hits the screen from Colvang. She pulls up from the wing, misses. Macy Colvang is there to clean up the glass. She gets the and one. The Bison were up 11. Fort Wayne would be down 19-34 at the half. Here you see a nice pass from Riley Newdell to Autumn Ogden. She gets the reverse layup. The Bison would be up big in the second half. They would go on to win 72-56, with the leading scorer being Sarah Jacobson, 19 points.
Coaches really emphasized defense, and I thought as a whole we got challenged, and we responded well as a whole, and we were able to execute, and we got a win today. Feels great.
So from a complete game standpoint, I felt we came out intense. We also started the third quarter at a high defensive level. So I would say that if it's not the best game defensively of the season, it's certainly the best in the conference play.
The Bison are now 8-12 overall. NDSU Wrestling welcomed 22nd ranked Wyoming to the Shack this past Saturday. This was a Big 12 conference match. The Bison would come out swinging and win the first match by major decision, but the Cowboys would strike back fast when number 1 Bryce Meredith took on unranked Nico Kalungu, who went on to win by tech fall. Down 4-12, the Bison would send number 14 Clay Ream against number 12 Archie Colgan. Early on, Clay would get a 1-point escape. That's all the more he would need. The rest of the match ended up a scrum and was decided by only 1 point. It would put the Bison back in it. However, after that, it would be all Cowboys, with match after match going their way. In the end, the Cowboys went on to win the duel 32-6. With that, the Bison fell to 0-5 in conference and 5-7 overall. The starters for the 2018 NBA All-Star Game have been announced. From the Eastern Conference will be the King, LeBron James, the Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Trust the Process, Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, and DeMar Rosen. From the Western Conference, it will be Stephen Curry, the babyface assassin, Kevin Durant, KD, James Harden, the Beard, the Unibrow, Anthony Davis, and Boogie, DeMarcus Cousins. In the NFL playoffs, the conference championship games are over, and the matchup for Super Bowl 52 is set. In the AFC, the Patriots overcame a 2010 fourth-quarter deficit and a game-winning drive with 3 minutes left to go in the game. They would go on to win 24-20 and advance to their second consecutive Super Bowl. In the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles, led by Nick Foles, rolled over the Minnesota Vikings 38-7. The Vikings scored on the opening drive to go up 7-0, but it was all Eagles after that as they scored 38 unanswered points. The Eagles' win sets up a rematch of Super Bowl 39. There is revenge factor as the Patriots won that matchup 24-21. Well, big Bison basketball games to look forward to this weekend.
For sure, and I can't wait to see what Regan does for the women's soccer team too.
Thanks, Eric. After the break, we'll catch up with this week's Bison on the Street. With the start of every semester, NDSU students get involved in new classes, extracurricular activities, social events, and many more.
The Bison Information Network team asked different students about their goals, fears, excitements that are coming their way this semester.
Looking forward to being more involved on campus. I think last semester I was so caught up in doing homework.
This semester, I am actually really excited about the NDSU Gaming Guild. They actually are using the STEM building now for Dungeons and Dragons.
So this semester, I'm actually really excited to continue my academic work and make another 4.0 semester, and then also
excited for the Fargo Marathon in May.
I'm excited to finally be done because I have one more semester left, and then I'll be graduating in May.
I'm excited to go to Ireland with the Gold Star Marching Band over spring break.
I'm excited to continue my education here.
I'm just looking forward to just the many opportunities that I can get with all my different classes.
I'm looking forward to just getting to know my classmates better and really getting further into my program.
Are you guys going to watch the NFL Pro Bowl game this weekend featuring Detroit Lakes native Adam Thielen?
Of course.
Definitely.
I might check it out in the basement of Churchill. I mean, it's the best place to watch. Thank you for watching this edition of Bison Information Network News.
Be sure to check us out on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and our new Instagram page.
We'll see you right back here next week.
Have a great night, everyone.